guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Liz and today I'm bringing you a classic holiday truffle. This one is a Christmas cookie truffle made with sugar cookies. Absolutely delicious. And guess what? There's only a couple ingredients. It comes together pretty quickly. No baking, which is always awesome around the holidays, especially because we're so busy. So let me show you how to make it. I promise you, you'll be satisfied. So will anyone that you serve it to, and you might want to make extras. First thing I want you to do is prepare your baking sheet by lining it with parchment paper. It doesn't have to be a big baking sheet. It could just be a smaller baking sheet, unless you are doubling or tripling this batch. Once that is prepared, set it aside. Then we're going to be pulsating our cookies. So grab your food processor. If you don't have a food processor, I'm assuming you could probably use a kitchen blender of some sort. I don't know for sure, so don't vouch for me on that, but if you do try it out, let me know if it works. So grab your food processor, add your cookies. I'm using sugar cookies from Pepperidge Farm. I kind of had a little bit of difficulty finding these. I went to my local Walmart and this other Walmart far away. I went to Target, I just couldn't find it, but my local grocery store had it. So check your local grocery store. Oh, sure. So check your local What is going on? So check your local grocery store. I can't talk. Oh my gosh, this is embarrassing. So just try your local grocery store. Maybe they'll have it. They do have different types of cookies at Walmart and at Target. They just didn't have a sugar cookie. So just add all of your sugar cookies to your food processor. Pulse them until they are nicely crumbled. Once they get nicely crumbled, add in your cream cheese. Add in 2.5 ounces, that's about 5 tablespoons, to your food processor, just because it's kind of hard to, measure cream cheese. And then add in your vanilla, pulse it again. You'll see that it kind of comes together into a ball. So make sure you take the blade out. And using an ice cream scoop, scoop them out, roll them between your palms into a ball, and then place them on your baking sheet that has been lined with parchment paper. Now you can make these truffles smaller or bigger. It just depends on what you like and what you prefer. I believe my ice cream scoop was about 1.5 tablespoons, if I'm not mistaken, but you can use a smaller one or a bigger one. It just depends. And since I did 1.5, I forgot exactly how many truffles I got, but I didn't get too many. So once they are all rolled out, freeze them for about 20 to 30 minutes. You want to freeze your truffles because once we are going to dip them in chocolate, the chocolate will coat really nicely on them. So while they are freezing, towards the last 5-10 minutes of them being in the freezer, I want you to go ahead and melt your chocolate. If you have a microwave, do it in 30 seconds intervals and stir it each time until it is nicely melted. Now you can get super fancy with this step. You can actually get white chocolate chips like I am, or red or green, or all three. And you can also do like fancy stuff like putting them in a piping bag and piping different colors and just getting really creative with your truffles instead of just dipping them in the chocolate and then sprinkling sprinkles on them. You can get as creative as you want to be, but let's face it, it is the holiday season. I'm super busy. I don't really have all this time to just make things as pretty as I would like all the time, so I'm just keeping it simple by dipping them in sprinkles, but we're not there yet. So I actually don't own a microwave. It's because I personally don't want to own one, not for any other reason. And since I don't have a microwave, I have to go find creative ways to warm up my stuff. This time, like all the times, I'm just using a double boiler. What I did was, to a saucepan, I just added a little bit of water on the bottom, and then I put my chocolate wafers in a glass or a heat-safe bowl. And make sure you're using a heat-safe bowl if you're microwaving them, which you kind of have to. So either or, just make sure your bowl is heat-safe. And then I placed the heat-safe bowl on top of my saucepan. Just make sure the water is not touching it, and then then you just heat it on medium heat and stir constantly so your chocolate wafers melt. Once they are melted, take it off the heat. Take this bowl to your work area, and then we can start making these delicious truffles. Pull your truffles out of the freezer, and then using a fork, scoop them up, be gentle with them, and dip them onto or into your chocolate mixture and swirl it around, and then tap the extra chocolate, tap it until all the extra chocolate comes out or off. And then I started using a toothpick, but I actually found that using a rubber spatula and being extremely gentle and just sliding it off of the fork onto the parchment paper, you'll see that they kind of harden right away. So the next step is really important. If you're using sprinkles, sprinkle them right away. Be creative. If not, you can also just pipe the chocolate if you have different colored chocolate on top of it. You can just be really extremely creative. I just did not do that. I just sprinkled some sprinkles on top and I thought they were really pretty. You'll see that they harden up really fast, and essentially this kind of just reminds me of a glorified cake pop. It has a nice tangy taste to it. I really like that they're simple, they're not hard to make. I think you can make a bunch of these and enjoy them. I like that crunch that you get from the wafer, but the inside is really nice. It's really sweet, but the cream cheese actually balances it out because it has a little bit of tartness, a little bit of creaminess. These are super delicious, fun to make, an easy treat. Truffles are always so beautiful and so festive, so I hope you guys make this. Make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel, comment, like, subscribe, of course, that's what I just said. And thanks for watching, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye!